First tonight, how you'll be affected by new restrictions designed to stop another surge in coronavirus cases. From Monday, most social gatherings of more than 6 people are going to be illegal. Well, it follows weeks of confusion about the rules. In a moment, we'll have reaction from shoppers and indeed a business owner here in the East Midlands. First, though, in case you missed it, here's what the Prime Minister had to say this afternoon.
If we are to beat the virus, then everyone at all times should limit social contact as much as possible and minimise interactions with other households. It's safer to meet outdoors, and you should keep your distance from anyone you don't live with, even if they're close friends or family. By bearing down on social contact and improving enforcement, we can keep schools and businesses open in the knowledge that they are COVID secure.
Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball is here. So, Jeremy, as we said, there's been a huge amount of confusion about these rules.
Yeah, I think we've all struggled to keep up, haven't we? So 10 points if you're across all the different guidelines and laws on this. And of course, some people are simply refusing to stick to the rules as well. And we've had emails about that, like this one from Derek, who said he visited a large supermarket where he reckons 40% of shoppers weren't wearing masks. Arthur here says he's been driving around seeing groups of up to 9 young people out on the streets not socially distancing. And we can show you here what we saw in the centre of Nottingham this afternoon. You can see there's a one-way system here for pedestrians, but look at this, it really doesn't seem to be working, does it? People were trying to socially distance here outside this burger chain. But then look what happens when these buskers started playing near Speaker's Corner. They soon got an audience who were rather struggling to spread out. We've also heard about overcrowding everywhere from buses to school gates, and some people do seem to be pretty baffled.
I feel like they're contradicting themselves.
Yeah,
they're going saying one thing and then going back on it again. So
True.
It's just very... Yeah, you just don't know where you stand half the time.
Definitely.
It's just like up and down all the time.
Especially with that eat out to help out. I feel like we're getting the blame for it going
Yeah,
out.
like our
They're
age
telling us
group,
to go out.
All the young people getting the blame, but they were like, yeah, go out, spend your money.
You get used to one thing and then it changes, and it's just all too confusing. There's too many, don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that, and it's...
The government obviously think, though, that these new restrictions are going to change things.
Yeah, and a couple of reasons why. First of all, they're designed to be simpler and clearer. The second thing is they're legally enforceable, and that means fines, which start at £100. And the key message is that social gatherings are now limited to 6 people from next Monday. Now, that includes your home, the park and pubs and restaurants, both inside and out of doors. There are some exemptions, though, for work, for education, for larger households, as well as weddings, funerals and organised sport, but only with COVID safety measures. There are also going to be some new rules on track and trace. From next week, pubs and restaurants are going to be required to take your details for that.
And what sort of reaction have we had?
Interesting. A lot of people aren't happy, as you can imagine. I've seen a fair amount of groaning about this on social media. Questions too about the impact on everything from churches to children's parties. We've also spoken to some businesses who reckon they're losing trade already over this. We've heard from one Derby caterer who woke up this morning to find his first cancellation email.
Unbelievable, a real blow again. It feels like we're back in July again, when we were sort of starting to get things released and sort of get back. And now I think it's made everybody all nervous again to book events, and it's just starting that old feeling again back up again. You know, it's shocking.
One other big question this evening, Anne, what's going to happen in Leicester? Because if you're there, of course, you're already facing even tougher restrictions. Now, those restrictions, we understand, are going to be reviewed by the end of this week. So expect a lot of people there crossing their fingers tonight.
I'll be crossing everything, I should think, Jeremy. Thanks very much indeed for